Sponsored by Red Bull. Let me see if I can do my do not disturb. Okay, there we go. Afternoon. It is Monday, y'all. And we got one more day. One more day before we find out who will be Commander-in-Chief. Thanks for the like. I appreciate you. But first, I want to give honor to the Most High for waking me up this morning, giving me breath in my body, and giving me another chance to be better today than I was yesterday. An opportunity to bless somebody else other than myself. I hope you guys are doing good. Those that are on the live, I appreciate you. I missed coming on yesterday, so I wanted to make sure that I popped in today. What up, Mike? Nice. More Truth Monday. That's what's up. How you doing? How was your weekend? So I missed yesterday. My son reminded me of OPSEC, Operation Security. He said, you know, when you go to the same park at the same time, every time, can somebody like pop up on you? I said, you know what, son, you're right. Because I'll be letting the people know where I'll be. And I'll be there at the same time every time. I said, let me switch it up on them and be smart about it. I thank God for my son, because I promise you, ain't no telling where I'd be without him. But yeah, we got one more day, y'all. Mike says, I'm well. The weekend was good. How are you? Same. All is good. All is well. You know, life be lifing, but we keep on trucking, right? Looking at the positives versus the negative. That's what I'm trying to do from now on, because it could always be a lot worse, right? So I'm just grateful that I am where I am in life. You know, of course, there's things that I need to work on and do better at. I did vote. I voted, was it last week or week before last? And I know in a lot of states, early voting is cut off now. So you guys are going to have to wait until tomorrow to get your vote in. So make sure you get there early. In my community tab, there's a list of things that you have. I think I put it up. I could have swore I reposted it, but it's things that you have to be aware of when you go vote. What up, Nilu? What up, Juan? So just make sure that you guys have your ID with you. What else? Make sure that your vote is counted. If you make a mistake and circle in or bubble in the wrong one, you can ask for a new ballot. Don't be afraid to ask for a new ballot if you made a mistake. Things like that, you know. Don't be discouraged, and don't let anybody try to punk you or persuade you into voting for who they want you to. There was a guy, I guess, with a machete trying to chop up people for voting for Kamala. It ain't that serious. It ain't that deep, because at the end of the day, what's done is done. God's will is already done, right? So all we could do is try our best to influence the way it's gonna go, but at the end of the day, it's already set. You know what I'm saying? What up, Nilu? You Indian? Good for you. Matthew says, hello, I'm from Brazil. I would like to pass by and say hi. Well, what's up? So you just saw another creator, and she saw me, and I asked her if she wanted to do a quiz. Would you like to do a quiz? No, I ain't in the mood to be thinking like that, man. I had to do a personality and a job assessment yesterday, and that was an hour and a half, and no. So I appreciate you, but no. Okay. It's going to be your first vote. That's what's up. You know? Mike said he didn't vote. Mike voted for the couch. Mike said, forget all this. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's going to be what it's going to be, you know? And I'm not here to persuade anybody. You know, I think people should vote for what they're interested in and what makes them feel settled in their spirit, you know? This is my first time voting after, let's see, I voted for Obama in 2008. I haven't voted since then. I didn't vote for him the second time, and I ain't vote after that. But this election, I said, no, I got to go out and exercise this and do what I got to do to see if, if it'll help influence something. But, I know they big as hell, but I need them bigger. I'm going for bigger. Where you at, Matthew? Yeah, soccer is big in Brazil and all of those Latin countries. And when I was stationed in Germany, I went to a lot of soccer games. I know y'all call it football, but yeah, I love it. My son plays soccer. Juan says, I'm still undecided. I don't want to vote for just what my parents vote, but I have. Okay, you're not decided. Yeah, well, just think about the policies and things like that, and then go off of that. You know, if you want border security, and if you want the economy to become stable again, in my opinion, you should vote for Trump. If you are afraid that women's rights, as far as what they can do with their bodies, is in jeopardy, and you're all for the LGBTQ, then vote for Kamala. Hey, Ben. Hey, MD. Neymar is a horrible person. Neymar is probably you on your troll account. You probably going back and forth while you bullshitting, Matthew. Hey, Zadria. Hey, MD from Saudi. That's what's up. But yeah, so early voting is gone in a lot of places. So make sure you guys knock it out. Get there early. Do what you got to do. Let's get this country back in order, y'all. I'm over it, though. I'm so over it. Are you guys prepping? Do you guys think something is going to happen tomorrow evening when they finish counting all of the votes? Thanks, Genesis. Are those glasses for Wi-Fi? No, they're big enough, though. They should have something on the side, right? I could push a button and be able to search the web. Yeah. I'm over it, though. I'm so glad for it to be over. You just have no idea. Did you guys see that video of the black lady and the white lady arguing in the restaurant? The black lady was having a conversation with her friends, talking about Trump, and the friend that was across from her had on a red sweater, I believe, that had MAGA or something like that on it. And then the lady across from her was sitting with her girlfriend, and I guess the black woman and her friend were having a discussion about Trump. And the white lady overheard and was like, are you serious? And got in her face, and they started, going at it in the restaurant. And then this black dude comes out of nowhere trying to mediate, but he's more so talking to the sister rather than the white lady that started it. So that was funny to watch. It was frustrating and funny at the same time. But, people are taking this election very, very seriously, and I don't blame them, because the last 4 years have been horrible. I'm gonna just keep it 100. The last 4 years have been horrible, and people are tired and they want something different. You know what I'm saying? So people are on edge and getting each other's faces and burning ballot boxes and whatnot. So Juan says, I hate when people take the election too seriously, like whoever wins, I'm still living. That's true. Yeah. But if you look at some of those other countries where, certain presidents die or certain presidents take over and things like that, they be in the streets rioting and doing all kind of things. So I don't think we're doing bad compared to a lot of other countries where they riot and burn and all that stuff. But I think this election, we might see some of that. I have a feeling it's about to turn up. It's about to be turned up out here. Mike says anything is possible, but I don't think they're gonna do anything. We'll see. Genesis says she's in Canada and everyone wants Trump to win. Really? Why is that? JC says he's voting Trump. That's what's up. Zadria says I live in Mauritius. I'm not sure where that is. Oh, Neymar is an actual player? Okay. I voted for Trump, Deba. Seriously, you should look it up. He's an actual famous... Oh, okay. I'll look it up. Blacks for Trump. No lie. Yep. I mean, people have their opinions about black people voting for a white man, but Kamala's not black either. So what difference do it make? Not to mention the fact that Trump, is more along the lines of the things that I align with. So it is what it is, But it's not my job to try to convince anybody. You guys have to do what's best for you. And like I said, what's done is already done at this point. One says, I'm really thinking about voting Trump, which I would never say 4 years ago, yeah. But with how the country has been recently, I honestly kind of want change. Only problem is my parents are hella liberal. Well, you know, if you are grown and you're able to vote, you don't have to tell your parents who you're voting for, you know. I have lost a couple of people that I was cool with because I was honest about who I was voting for. And I believe that if others knew, that I probably, you know, they probably wouldn't mess with me either. You know, so you are taking a chance by voting something opposite of them. But if you're a grown person, you're able to vote, you don't have to disclose that information with them. Hey, Polka, you don't have to you don't have to tell them who you're voting for. You know, keep it to yourself. You don't have now. Do you need to ride? And they gon', you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna be in line with them, and you know. But when you get in that voting ballot in that box, it's private. You know, mama can't be over there. Tell mama to pipe down, chill, mom, and do your thing. You know. Hey, Alberto. The Electoral College picks not, and that's the thing too. I'm like, I think the popular vote really is just for ego, for them to know, okay, the American people wanted me. You know what I'm saying? And I know somebody that doesn't vote just because of the Electoral College. And I said, once I understood what it meant, I said, oh, wow. So really, it don't matter what all of us say. It depends on those guys. That's crazy. I wish they would just get rid of the Electoral College personally, but Trump is the GOAT. He believes in God. Yeah. Mike saying, hey to Polka. He has the right idea about the future of America, and he gets along better with the rest of the leaders of the world. He does. He knows how to negotiate. He knows how to stroke other leaders' ego, and he knows how to negotiate, and he knows how to put his foot down. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time when he say he gonna do something, he do it. So that's the thing I like about him. Personally, I like an open racist. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Trump is racist, but I think all of us have a little bit of prejudice and bias within us, which is natural. It's innate. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So, certain things that he may have said may have been uncouth or out of pocket, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what are his actions? What has he done? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Oh, it's nighttime where you at, Guitar? Turkey. That's what's up. I've been to Turkey. Good food and cheap gold. I don't know if it's like that anymore. Focus says, you're right. People are yes men. They know how much money they made when Trump was in office. Yeah. My state is what it is. My vote won't change that. Okay. You think Trump will free Diddy? I doubt it. Diddy got too much evidence against him. You know? Recordings and diaries and whatnot. What up, Sia? He may not be perfect, but he's the best bet right now. Yeah. Hey, Skinny, what up? Yeah, nobody is perfect. You know? Kamala ain't perfect. Nobody is perfect. We all got flaws. There's always something that we can improve upon, right? But at this point in time, this is just my opinion, because I'm no political pundit. I don't know this stuff like the back of my hand. But I will say when Barack ran in 2008, I studied up a little bit more about politics, brushed up on some stuff, just some general knowledge. And then when Trump ran the first time, I studied up, and when he was in president, I would have, a picture of all of the people that was in the House of Representatives, stuff like that, just so that I could stay abreast and stay, that way when my troops came to me, I could explain things to them as best as I could understand and kind of point them in certain directions. But this election here, I've learned more. I'll actually go on people's websites, look at what their policies are, listen to debates and interviews and things like that, just so I can get a better feel, and just based off of that alone, I mean, gee, like if you still gonna vote for after all the stuff we've seen, this is crazy. Yes, double tap the screen. Thanks, Polka. Most days outside like me. Yeah, I try to. I gotta get fresh air, man. I need sunlight. Otherwise, my mood will be all jacked up. If I got an invite to Diddy's party, am I going? It depends. 90s Diddy? or 2020s Diddy, 90s Diddy, no 2000s Diddy, probably yeah. 2020s Diddy, I ain't going. But I'm gonna go early. I'm gonna go early. You know, like when Bishop T.D. Jakes is there and stuff. Chop it up with him, network a little bit, and then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? When things get a little weird, it kind of quiet down. People start disappearing. Strange noises. I'm out of there. I ain't staying. Yeah, share the live. Thanks, Polka. He been diddling since the 90s. Yeah. He been out there, you know? And y'all done made all these irrelevant people though famous. Like did he put in work? He did, you know what I'm saying? And I think he sacrificed a lot to get to where he's at. It was just abuse of power. People will come on and like to say, you know, Diddy didn't do anything wrong. All he did was have some freak parties, and that's cool and everything. Yeah, you can have parties, you could screw, you could do orgies, all that stuff all you want. But when you are forcing people, or when you're using your position to influence people to do things, that is wrong. It's wrong. It's period. It's wrong, you know? And then we caught him whipping our ass on camera. So, I mean, you know, he's wrong, you know? What's done in the dark will come to light, and he is suffering. So I hope he gets all that's coming to him personally, you know? But Diddy did a lot of work and was a big influence in the hip-hop culture. But we out here making people famous that ain't like Big Meech and them. Yo, Big Meech done got out and got a new set of teeth. You know what I'm saying? He got women waiting on him to finish his bid at the halfway house so they could take him in. This man is already famous. And he was a danger to society, to the black community. And y'all done puffed this man up to be, he's already a superstar, and he just got out. This nigga is fresh out. I don't care about Big Meech in his teeth. I don't care about Young Thug getting out on Halloween. I don't care about who else. They out here puffing up online. I don't care about these people, you know? And I was going through my timeline on Instagram, and I'm like, yo, I be following some dumb shit. There's a lot of stuff on there. 3-3 in the chat, that's right. Polka's all about numbers. That's Mike Nice. He has a godlike mentality. Who does? Can you get some for me? I always had, shoot, hold on, I can't read y'all. I always had a bad feeling about Diddy from listening to interviews. See, and I never really paid attention to those interviews like that. You know, like when those stars were going, like Arsenio Hall and Ellen and whoever else or whatever. I never really listened to him like that, you know. But it is eerie when they play it back, and then you're looking and you're like, dang, he said that? It is wild. BMF show, exactly. Yeah. He did. He puffed him up to make him, you know. And then we rolled with it because now we see him as that guy on the screen, you know. But I mean, I hope the guy gets out and he does right, you know. Loving Dean, the God Machine. Hey, Dean. Focus on yourself. Oh, another one. Charleston White. Oh, my God. He out there with you, girl. He out there in Texas acting a fool. And we just put these people on this platform and make them rich overnight for some buffoonery. I don't really know what he's done in the community. I've seen some videos of what he said he's done. But I don't see any kids coming out talking about Charleston White did this for me, did that for me. He's more known. He's infamous. He's not famous. He's infamous. He's known for that toxic mess. And that man got to sleep with one eye. Oh, well, he only got one eye, but he got to sleep with that eye open. You know what I'm saying? He ain't getting adequate rest. That's a shame because you talk too much crap. Thanks, Root. Today is his birthday? Oh, man. Behind bars? Oh, P. Diddy has a God-like mentality. Like he thinks he is a God. Yeah. Yeah, we have to watch out for that, you know. It's so easy to let our egos take over, right? Especially when we have money, because in this society we value money so much. People are really not concerned with the character of a person. It's all about your money, how much money you got, how big is your house, what car you drive. You know, we don't value those things as much, and it's a shame, you know. And when people get money or they get in a certain position, they think they all that. They think they God and that they can control things. You know, you see it a lot with doctors and pilots. I used to work with doctors and pilots a lot. And there was just this level of ego that was uncanny, where you couldn't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't even correct them if you see something wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's a God-like mentality because they make a certain amount of money and because people depend on them. And that's not a good way to be. You know, they always say that, you know, you'll see the true character of a man when he gets riches, you know, and I've seen it personally in people. And I know for a fact that's why God has limited my resources in certain areas, and why certain things didn't pan out when it was supposed to, because I know me. I'd have been around here thinking I'm all that. You know what I'm saying? So certain things I had to work on and that I'm currently working on to be better. You save me some baby oil from the free house. Oh, he's a Scorpio. Yo, Polka, I dated a couple. My child's father is a Scorpio, and I've never really been too much into it. Like, I know my sign, I know everybody in my family signs. Like I told you, my two of my best friends were Pisces. We got a lot of Tauruses in my family. Okay, so my mom was a Taurus, my sister was a Taurus, my niece was a Taurus, my other niece is a Taurus. So we got a lot of Tauruses and things like that. So I know about like the signs that I was close to, but Scorpios, I didn't even realize this dude was a Scorpio until after we had been broke up and stuff like that. But yeah, my child's father is a Scorpio, off the chain, something else. And the last guy I dated 3 years ago, he was a Scorpio, and oh my gosh, I'm not counting all Scorpios out, but based on my track record with them, I might have to go ahead and just cancel Scorpios all out. And now to know that Diddy get a Scorpio? Nah. Yeah, Gerald. Yeah, them songs hit different now. When you think about it, it's like R. Kelly and stuff like that. Yeah, when you think back on it and you listen to the lyrics, you're like, what was he really talking about? That baby from the party. Yep. Clips of Diddy licking lips as Walter said. Oh, it is weird. I think it's weird watching men lick their lips all the time. Anyway, it's like because most of the time when you see them licking their lips a lot, their lips don't be dry. They just be nice and smooth. So it's like, is this a way to turn people on? I don't know. I don't know what the licking lip thing. I feel like that's a New York thing, to be honest, because most guys that I know, or at least most of the guys that I watch online that are from New York, they do a lot of lip licking, and I don't know what that is. But it is not sexy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. Even when LL does it, it's not sexy. Like, he's fine, but it's weird. I'm gonna just keep it 100. Snoop is next. I don't know. Snoop's like a golden boy. Snoop is like America's favorite right now. You know what I'm saying? He's, you know, I don't know. I think Snoop is paid for everything that he's done already. I don't see it for Snoop. I really don't. Virgo gang, okay. I like Virgos. My granny was a Virgo. Taurus gang, okay, B. It's midnight here. Good night. Scorpios drain your energy. Dang. Now that I'm thinking about it, I got to puff on that. Hold on. Scorpios drain your energy. I will say the two Scorpios that I dated did not. They didn't. And then I have a friend that's a Scorpio. All pretty much independent people. But they will have you second guessing yourself. That's for sure. He left to the 99, say that he's a Scorpio. Okay. Oh, that's a female. I'm sorry. Wait, is that I can't tell. Hey, Cameron. Don't ask. Licking Low Cool J. Yeah. What up, Jason? Sometimes you need that energy drink. It depends on what kind of energy you talking about, right? Yeah. But don't put me in front of a Leo. It's a wrap. The girl on what's that show? Love is Blind. When she was dating two guys in the pods, right? They date behind a wall and you get to know each other and you spend hours and hours and hours getting to know each other, and then you decide if you want to get engaged based on your conversations and just falling in love without seeing the person, right? By the way, love is not blind. F what you heard, right? So anyway, she was dating two guys. Now I felt she was more compatible with the white boy that was in the military like her. They just seemed to vibe better. I was like, yo, they seem like they better match. They fit. But when she found out that the brother, well, he ain't really a brother. He's a brother, but he's different. Just imagine Prince, but a little darker. And anyway, when she found out that he was a Leo, sunrise and moon, stargazing type, she dumped the white boy and went with him. And where do you think that ended up? In the trash. Worst combo ever. Now, they was getting it on. They was raw dogging the whole time. Just meant raw dogging already. So you know that sex was good. But I would deal with the Leo only on that, and that's it. But I don't do that no more. I'm a good girl now. This is my only vice. I promise. I'm lying, y'all. But no, I have been celibate for almost 3 years. And I'm trying to keep it that way, but yo, it's so hard. It's hard. But yeah, Leos, that would be my kryptonite. Oh, Frank is a Scorpio. No, Frank. They talking bad about y'all. They talking bad about y'all sign, Frank. How are you doing? How was your weekend? When's the next video coming out? Mike Knight says, yeah, Pac was heated because Snoop was cool with Diddy, allegedly. Oh, okay. Did Snoop and Diddy ever do anything together? Like as far as like material? Did they ever work together? Did they ever make music together? I don't ever remember seeing that collab or anything like that. Oh, you guys though, not okay. My son wanted to watch the Pharrell movie. It was really good. It was the Lego movie. It was just really, really inspiring. And I thought it was a great concept. And I thought he was very, very smart for putting it in the Lego set so that kids could watch it. You know, there wasn't much cussing or anything like that. But just hearing how everybody felt about him and his journey, I didn't realize how much music Pharrell produced. That boy was bad. He knew what he was doing. He really do. He knew what he was doing. And man, some fire music. I had no idea a lot of the stuff that he had produced. You was timed out. Was you talking greasy, Diva? I got to. And all of Biggie's video, Diddy be just popping saying one-liners. Corny. Yeah, a lot of people thought he was corny. I thought he was cool. I really liked his personality when he was on Making the Band, because he could keep a straight face, and the whole time I'm cracking up. And I made sure to get to that when I was in not basic training, but tech school. My girl Rita from Brooklyn, New York, she had ordered one of those Junior's cheesecakes and had it shipped to Texas where we were, because she wanted all of us to try Junior's cheesecake. And that stuff, they put it on ice, dry ice, and shipped it. And man, we tore that cheesecake up. So when I went to New York with my son's father, I said, I gotta go back to Junior's or whatever. And we went there, got some cheesecake or whatever. That stuff is good. But yeah, I loved his personality on there. Other than that, you know, I thought he made some good music. I thought he was a good producer. Yeah, but that's about it. Jason said, do you think it's strange so many black content creators reacting to Love is Blind and Pop the Balloon show? Do I think it's strange? No, I think it's right on par, and people are, you know, covering what's popular. You know, Pop the Balloon gets so many views, millions of views. The lady that created that show, Armulette, she was onto something when she did that. And Polka Nova, that's in the chat, you guys, make sure you subscribe to her channel. She's a rapper out of Texas. Well, she's from Alabama, but she's in Texas. And she was just on one of the editions of 20v1, Pop the Balloon. show. So she's gonna post that on her channel here soon, I guess, when it gets released. But make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, it's popular. It's what's, it's a time filler. It's garbage. It's junk. I went through my YouTube on this channel and on my troll account, and I just deleted a lot of stuff that I realized was just low vibrational. Like, I came across a gentleman last night, RC Idelson, I think, and everything he was saying was just so inspirational, so different, so refreshing. And I'm like, this is what I need in my life. All of this other shit, like, I'm tired of all the videos that talk about narcissists. Like, you watch one video about a narcissist doing you dirty, then all of a sudden your whole feed is about narcissists and, they did you dirty, but God said. And it's like, okay, I get it, but I don't need to be, because to me, that's like a woe is me mentality. Like, oh, somebody did you dirty, they gonna pay. I don't need to be constantly reminded. I already know the power of God. I've seen people do me dirty and literally lose things right in front of my eyes, right? So I don't need to be constantly reminded of that stuff. I don't need to know why men don't like women. I don't need to know about the women that ain't S. Like, so every so often I have to go through this and I have to just delete, do not recommend, unsubscribe. I probably unsubscribed to like maybe 20 people yesterday, and I don't feel no ways about it. You know what I'm saying? And these are people that I even go on the channel and constantly leave comments and stuff like that. I'm done with that. I'm done with the negative. I think whatever resolutions we got set for the 1st of January, let's get it into gear now. Let's not wait until the 1st. Let's get that way when January 1st hit, we can just take off and just go. You know what I'm saying? Full force, because I really have to cut back on my content. Watching, there's just so many opinions and perspectives, and there's nothing wrong with people having perspective and opinion, but in order to be a real independent thinker, you can't take on too many different energies. I think it's good to know and good to see, and but give me facts and give me basis for why you back up these things. I just don't need a bunch of random BS that is clogging my brain. Hey, Cirrus. It's a distraction, I think, from actual conversation we're supposed to be having. Yeah, it can be, because it's very shallow. Like, when you look at those dating shows, it is very shallow. It's real quick. It's not, you don't really get a chance to deep dive and to get to know each other. But then again, it's really based off of what you see right in front of you for the most part. You just have to have discernment to know if somebody is for you and not for you. And I think oftentimes within like the first 15-20 minutes, you already know. Like my last one, I knew right away. He wasn't for me. But I just wanted one thing. Next thing I know, he in my house every day for 6 months. Psh, man. But I knew it. We just have to, but yeah, there's a lot of conversations that need to be had between men and women. And I think if we put these phones down and stop listening to everybody and their opinions, we'd be better off, and we'll be able to get people back together. What up, Maze? There are literally reality TV shows and so many creators focused on it. There are, yeah, because they're just following the bandwagon. That's all. Snoop and Diddy made 9 albums together. Really, Guns and Ammo? I didn't know that. 20 movies. I don't know about that. Everything is good. Another video coming soon. Yeah, that's what's up. Trump or Harris? We Trump over here. What up, A. Marie? Going around the smaller creators, love, kindness, and respect. Hey, that's what's up. Appreciate you for being here. Hey, Ruel. I will vote Trump because Kamala is worse. Oh, you lie? You on here trolling me? What you trolling me for? If you guys are on here and you like what I've been talking about so far, or you just like nature, like, look, I'm just outside chilling. I'm at the park. There's all kind of children out here. And it's noon. So I'm thinking that these kids are homeschooled. And I like that. I like that for them. Because it's a group of like school age kids out here just doing their thing. you know? I wish I could do that with my son, but I don't have the patience at all. There's a video that I have to go back to and watch where a lady says how I'm able to stay at home and deal with my kids. I say, yeah, I need to watch that. Because although I love my son, he is something else. Ooh, something else. Well, I don't drink either anymore, but wine all day. Give me a black box wine. Mm-hmm. Or some German wine. What was my favorite? My favorite used to be not Chardonnay. It's drier than Chardonnay. See, I didn't forgot the name of my favorite wine back in the day. But yeah, wine all day. But hard liquor, couldn't tell me nothing. And my alcohol like what I consume would depend on my budget. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, I couldn't. Oh, Moscato, absolutely not. Absolutely too sweet. I can't do super sweet. I don't do sweet wine. Not good. It had my stomach bubbling, boy. And it didn't get me effed up. It was a waste. Empty calories. You know, it turned right into fat. I can't do that sweet stuff. But the guy that I was telling you guys about, that I came across his channel, he was talking about, well, he gives a lot of advice, financial, motivational, right? I feel that. No Diddy. Thanks, Red. A person asked, do you smoke anything other than cigars? And he said, no. He said, the trajectory that I'm on right now, if I were to smoke anything other than cigars, I wouldn't get to where I'm trying to go. And I felt him 100% on that. Because when I look back on my life, especially in the military, if I wasn't an alcoholic and if I didn't smoke so many cigarettes, oh my God, there's no telling where I would be. There's no telling. I would have ended up getting commission. I would probably still be flying right now if I had did everything that I was supposed to do but I was distracted by alcohol, smoking, and sex. None of your business, Amarillo. If I wasn't focused on any of that stuff, but you know what? I was young. I'll give it that. I will give myself that much grace. I was young, and I had to get a lot of that stuff out of my system, So I did my damn thing. But looking back, hindsight is 20/20, right? And so I know now that I can't be too engaged with that stuff, or else I won't be productive. Getting rid of alcohol has really increased my faith and has strengthened my relationship with the Most High. I will tell you that. One of the downsides, though, to not being able to drink alcohol, or at least not choosing to drink alcohol, is being able to enjoy things without it. That's hard. I'm learning day by day to appreciate everything, right? That's the hard part. And also, when I'm full of emotions, it's not hard. It's not that it's hard to process them. It's just that I have to feel them. And before, if I felt too many emotions, I was anxious, or if something wasn't right or whatever, I could just drink and it would completely go away. So having to sit in these emotions, which is one reason why I've decided I'm not going to try the dating anymore. Just party get jitteral. I was the same. It took me to get on probation and get sometimes we get forced into this way of life too. God will allow all kind of things to happen while we're in the middle of our debauchery, right? To sit us down. So Thank God it didn't get to that point for me, but I was almost at rock bottom. Almost at rock bottom. I was on my way. I was smoking weed every day. Like, as soon as I dropped my son off to school, I come back and all day, every day. Neglecting him, it was bad. And the Scorpio that I was telling y'all about, he did other stuff too. So I knew that that was the next step. I knew it was going to progress, because there is no just doing this, this, and this. When you in a lifestyle, and you constantly in it, and you, yeah, easy spiral. I said, I got to do something. And this lady from the VA called me with that sweet voice, and my mom had already passed, so I was still grieving, and all I just needed was somebody like her to tell me, you could be better than what you are. Let me help you. I thank God for that lady and that phone call. And that changed my life. Sometimes all it takes is just a gentle voice, and it's somebody that cares. Now, whether she actually cared or not, I don't know, but she made me think she cared, and that's what mattered, you know? Thanks, Jarrell. Thanks, Spash. But yeah, miss it. You look like a kind soul. I try. I mean, I got my side to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those kind of people where I take a lot, and then I just kind of explode, you know? And that's not a way to be, you know? It's really important to express yourself, even when it feels uncomfortable. Get it off your chest. Don't let it fester, because then you will explode, you know? So I'm working on that, trying to be more vocal and more honest about how I'm feeling and how something is making me feel. But there's levels to it, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think I'm cool, you know? But I am a polarizing individual, I'll tell you that. People either like me or they don't. And I'll be honest, most people do not. Most people do not. Sometimes God will send you somebody to deliver a message. Amen, they will. God works through people. Facts. God does for us what we can't do for ourselves all the time. So your ass had to get on probation in order for you to, you know what I'm saying, get it straight. You got to learn forgiveness. Yeah, Zach, it's hard, but you just have to practice it. Nothing comes easy, and nobody changes just like that overnight, you know. But just one drop in the bucket every day, and next thing you know, bam, you're there, you know. But just practice it. Just try. The easiest way to forgive, that's helped me, is to pray for those people. It is one of the hardest things to do, but once you get in the habit of praying for your enemies, praying for people that have done you wrong, you release off of you, because at the end of the day, you're doing it for you, not them. They gonna be them, and trust me, they gonna get theirs. But just pray for them. That's what I do. I could never pray for the enemy before, but now it's easy. It is easy to do. And even in my prayer, I may say, God, I may not even honestly feel like this, but I'm saying it anyway. You know, bless that person. Let that person truly know you. Not just say they know you, but really, really get to know you. You know? Hunter, you been here before? I think you've been here before, right, Hunter? I got enough mods right now, though, but stick around, buddy. Stick around and we'll see if you want to be a mod. I don't require much from my mods, because like I ranted in another video, you know, being a mod ain't all that. You got to watch for negativity and all that. How you doing, though, Hunter? But yeah, having to process emotions without using substances is hard, and that's where God comes in for me, for the most part. And you know, I've just been really, really super emotional lately, dealing with different people and interacting with different people, and online too. It's like, you know, my emotions go up and down, and so before I had the alcohol to numb all of that. Now I feel all of that. That's the hardest thing. Not knowing, not understanding, not wanting to say the wrong thing, saying the wrong thing, and then feeling bad, and then trying to figure out, do I apologize? Not, but when I would drink, I'd be like, I said what I said, and that's that. Sometimes you have to be the bigger person, and a lot of them hate people hate positivity. People thrive in toxicity. That's the world we live in right now. People thrive in toxicity. That's their comfort space. You know what I'm saying? And when you're dealing with people like that, you just gotta cut them off. People say they want positivity, they want peace, but do they really? You have to look at a person's actions and not just what they say. If their actions don't align with what they're saying, then they're a liar. And the truth ain't in them. And there's a lot of people out there like that. A lot of people. It is really hard for me. This is another reason why I had to delete a lot of people, because it's hard for me to sometimes decipher who is being real and who's not. And I think we're coming into a season where people want genuine, real, relatable people online, which is why I watch Poco, which is why I watch Frank Brown, you know what I'm saying, which is why I watch Struggling and Striving, stuff like that on here, because I just want realness. Sometimes you can't tell. You don't know who's being real or who's lying. Like Dodash, you know what I'm saying? She blew up in the course of like less than a month. And everybody online is either doing videos championing her or saying that she's a scammer. I don't know if the woman is a scammer or not. I can't tell. I'm not that much into the YouTube world and the back, the whatever is going on in the background with YouTube and how that works, and analytics and algorithms and AdSense and all. I don't know all of that. So I don't know if the lady is scamming or not. If she on here lying, saying that she got $6,000, I don't know. I was all for her though. You know what I'm saying? I'm still Team Dodash, but at the same time, some people be having some stuff that make you go, So I don't know if she's for real or not. But what I do know is this: when you get on these platforms and you influence a lot of people, and you are a liar, and you do things in the name of God, and God really ain't nowhere in it, and you're lying and you're being deceptive, you will pay the price for it. So if a person is lying and really scamming, trust me, it doesn't last for long, especially online. Oh, you playing Fortnite? Never got into it. I don't endorse Red Bull, by the way, y'all. I just needed some energy, and that was in my fridge. Turbo Much is real. Okay, that's what's up. But yeah, there's a lot of fraudsters on here. I just sit back and watch. A lot of people say they're on here because they're not trying to make money, but yet they're doing things to make money, switching up their stuff to appeal to this type of person because the algorithm likes it, and that's cool. I think people have a right to do content creation based on whatever it is they want. If they want to do it just to make money, you can do that. I don't think that works. I think people have to do it for a good reason, and if you enjoy it and you're good at it, the money will come. And I think that's for anything in life. What you laughing at, Zach? I know, but I don't drink them that often. I'll probably do a Red Bull or a Celsius probably maybe like 3 times a week, usually before I work out. Like when I get off of here, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna get on my elliptical. What up, Lady Diana? It's good to see you too. Hey, Ricky. Oh yeah, it's a lot of witchcraft out here, a lot of dark magic. Check out me and Poca Nova's interview on Poca Nova 1 on her channel. She was talking about that black magic and people putting love spells on people and them soul ties, which I don't believe in soul ties, but I do believe that if you believe you're in a soul tie, then you are in one, because everything starts here, right? How you charge people to attend church? God said, come as you are. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of ATMs in the vestibule. What they call them, the vestibule. That's the old people call it. It's out there in the vestibule. In the lobby of the church and things like that. And I have a friend that lives in Atlanta, her and her husband, and I remember either her or her husband, if you want to contribute to the building fund, you can, but they heavily emphasize, paying tithes and things like that. But the church got to stay afloat. You know what I'm saying? Like I think pastors deserve an allowance, and I believe that there needs to be money flowing in the church so that they could do other stuff with it, like give back to the community. Unfortunately, we have a lot of pastors doing the wrong things with the money and the messages, that prosperity preaching, things like that. It's really getting away from God's message, So you got to do what's right for you and what's best for you. Read the word and then seek counsel if something don't make sense. That's all I can say. That's what me and my son do. We read the word. Yesterday we was reading Samuel again, and we're at the point where Saul tried to kill David again. Man. But Saul is the king. Saul's son, Jonathan, is in love with David. Not in that way. Not in that, but he loves him. He has a brotherly love. He admires this man. And he wanted to help him out so bad. And he said, look, I'm going to go talk to my dad. I'm going to find out if he's really trying to kill you. And he'll tell me based on either this reaction or that reaction, right? He talked to his dad. His dad was like, no, I want him dead, right? Because at the end of the day, Saul was jealous of David. David, can complete any task. He told him, I want the foreskins of 100 Philistines. David came back with 200. He said, do what you want and more. That's just how dedicated he was. Saul didn't like that. And God had already taken his hands off of Saul, right? So all the demons that he had were just tormenting him. And God said, you're unrepentant. You don't obey me. I'm going to just let Satan have his way with you. And so he tried to kill him again. Jonathan made a pact with David and said, bruh, I love you. I love you before God. God is our witness. I'm going to go talk to my dad. And if my dad is going to kill you, I'm going to send a message this way. He said, now, for any reason, if I don't give you my word, or if I go back on my word, take care of my family, right? And my son was like, well, why would he tell him that? And I said, well, think about it like this. Your daddy is the king, and this is your friend, right? Now, even though your daddy is wrong for what he's doing, that's still your daddy. He said, but he's wrong. I said, okay. What if me and you was driving? Because I literally just did this, right? And I cut somebody off. And next thing you know, we done pulled over and now we about to scrap. I said, do you want me to win or do you want that person? Even though I started it because I cut the person off and now I'm being aggressive. Do you want your mama to win or do you want this person to whip my ass? He said, I want you to win. Exactly. I said, so there's always a chance that you gonna side with blood because that's your family and we cool, but at the end of the day, my daddy might be wrong, but I'ma still rock with him. I said, so there's a huge chance that Jonathan is gonna go back on his word to his friend, even though his daddy is foul. So he kept his word though. He kept his word, which I admired about Jonathan. That's hard to do, to keep your word against your daddy. But we was reading Samuel. So anyways, we read and we dissect it and we have discussions and try to mirror it with current time situations, because everything that we go through in life, literally, you can find a similar story in the Bible. You really can, And if you don't, you can always just go on Google and say, hey, how would you deal with this? Like I was showing my son Psalms and I was showing him Proverbs. And we're going to get into Romans because he's tired of hearing about these old stories and stuff, right? But I told him Psalms is for encouragement. You want encouragement, you feeling down, you need a pick-me-up, you need to know what God promises you. If you're being obedient, what God will do for you, you go to Psalms. You go to Proverbs when you need some wisdom and some guidance, if you're in debt, if you are struggling with depression, sadness, grief, whatever, you go to Proverbs and it will tell you exactly what to do. It's all in there. It really is. Give me mine. I got like 4 or 5 channels. You do? All right, I'm going to check your channels out, Hunter. What is your channel name? Put it in the thing. Zach says, I asked my financial advisor, and he said it was okay for us to use diplomatic travel. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You got to break it down. John Phillips says, amen. Glory to all kings of healing souls. Family, amen. That's right, John. Hey, Christina. Can I tell you how to handle lust? Pray. That's how I... Listen. Lust, I think, is like one of the strongest pulls. I mean, when your body yearns for something, boy, oh boy, you just want to release and get that feeling and whatever. But I also think that like having heavy lust is probably a secondary condition to something else. Like maybe you're lonely, or maybe you're fearful of something, you know, and you're thinking maybe getting one off or being with somebody is going to make that situation better, or make you at least feel better about something. So just kind of dig deep and figure out what you got going on. But I think it's normal, you know, God put these feelings in us for a reason. Biologically, you want to mate with somebody, right? Nothing wrong with it, but you just don't want to give it up to the wrong person. So, but pray. That's all I can say. That's what I do when I'm really heavily hot and bothered, if you will. I don't want to pray about it. I just want to do it. But it does help, especially in the moment, you know. And then you got to distract yourself, get your mind off of it, you know. Read a book, go work out, have a conversation with somebody, do something nice for somebody. But you have to distract yourself from constantly thinking about it, you know. Because I'll lay in my bed imagining things and who and all this and scenarios and making plans in my head and thinking about old people I could probably reach out to. But then I'm like, stop it, Mo. Stop it. Get it together. You know he ain't no good. You know he slept with your sister. Don't do it. You know? So, stop, Hunter. Lady Diana, you might have to time him out if he's acting up. I've seen Hunter here before, but I don't know. He might be a troll. Thanks, Subin. Was that a real question? I just thought you were, I don't know. I don't be knowing who's genuine and who ain't, but that's what I do, is what I'm saying. You know? Hopefully that helps somebody. And that's the whole goal of this channel is, you know, if I can say something that will help just one person, then I will have done my job. You know, subs and views and all that is cool, but at the end of the day, I just really want to share my experience and give somebody some hope so that they know, number one, that they're not the only one out here. And number two, know that, you know, if I could do it, you can do it. If I could stop having premarital sex for 3 years, you can do it. If I can stop drinking alcohol and smoking weed every day, I'm talking about, I didn't just have 1 bottle of wine. I would at least have 2. And that was the first half of the day. You understand? Weed all day. First, it was just a nighttime thing after I put my son to bed. Then it was during the day while he was in school. Then it turned into as soon as I dropped him off. So if I could release some of that stuff and figure out why I'm feeling the way I do in order to need those things to cope, just to live every single day, I had to drink wine just to deal with my son. That's he came out of me. Horrible. So if I could do it, surely you can too. Subin says it's genuine. I'm struggling with it a lot, and talking about it helps. Yeah, yeah, it's powerful. Um, but you can get through it. Um, Sometimes just having a friend though that doesn't want to do that helps too. You know, maybe you just need some female attention, but I don't know if you're male or female, but maybe you just need some attention from the opposite sex, and there's nothing wrong with having those conversations. Just try your best not to let it get to that point, because then that's when your mind really starts to think about it. So if you have some platonic friends that you're cool with, that you guys can discuss other things, other productive things that might help, and just being active. You got to be active. You got to be doing something positive in your life that's going to get you to the next level. You stay focused on that, lust lust will leave. And if all else fails, just imagine your grandmother naked. That'll make you go down real quick, promise you. Hey, Mako. Oh, my ex used to call me that. Negrita bonita. Yeah. So anyways, y'all, I've been on here for 61 minutes. Hey, living for a lap in ASMR. I've been on here for 61 minutes, and I've had my thing on Do Not Disturb, and I try not to have it on Do Not Disturb while my son is not in my presence. I really, really have better relationships with men when we are not romantic. Absolutely. Those are the best relationships, because they don't want nothing from you, and you don't want nothing from them. Those are the best. Some of the male friends that I still have to this day, the only reason we are still friends to this day is because we have not had sex. Yep, naked granny works every time. See how you just make that face? Like, exactly. It works. We are still friends to this day because we never did anything. Like some of the guys that you guys see on my channel that I've interviewed and came on and we had discussions and stuff like that, I've never messed with those guys before. But I know for a fact that if we had done something back in the day, we still wouldn't be friends. So, yeah. I like having male friends. I like having male perspectives sometimes. But when you realize they got problems just like you do, so you got to be careful who you accept advice from, because there's a lot of men out here still hurting and not really doing the work to get better, Hey, TJ. Yep, sure am, buddy. Plan on staying that way. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Just trying to talk to people lately is weird. And I don't like the way I feel about it. And the fact that I can't drink to numb these weird feelings, I don't, I think I'm going to just stay single for a while. Because I can't gauge it. And people, people like to text a lot, DM a lot. They don't really want to FaceTime or call. So words get lost in translation. You don't really know what they meant when they say it, and you don't want to sound stupid by asking, and then they don't want to clarify, or it's just weird. It's weird. I can't. I'd rather just not. Men make the best friends, in my opinion. Yeah, some of my best friends have been males. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I may have screwed half of them. But yeah, some of my best friends where I could talk to them about anything were males. Yeah. Yep. Good dialogue. And when they don't expect anything from you sexually, I think they're more open, and we're able to talk about other things other than, and I like, when they come to me with their questions about women, and I can come to them about my questions about men. Well, what does this mean? Why did it, it's the best, it is the best. I like it. From the US. Hey, Tower Dog. You be my friend? Okay. I was just lying. I ain't screw half of them. Maybe a fourth. Don't judge me. I had my promiscuous days, A lot. Watch my video. I talked about regrets. I got a lot of regrets, y'all. There's some stuff I did out. Some stuff I'll never admit to because y'all don't need to know all my business. But I done some dumb stuff, you know. So, and those guys that I did probably mess around with that I was really close with, I'm a respectable, respectful person, So when those people ended up, like one of my homeboys, Miguel, me and him were like best friends. We worked together. Cool dude. After we do our thing, he'd be sitting there talking about his child's mother child. So we be talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were just cool. So anyways, he ended up, I think he's married now. But, when those people move on and they get in relationships, and even me too, we kind of cut those things off because I don't think it's right to continue being cool with somebody on that level of closeness when you've been intimate with them and they've moved on to something more permanent. You know what I'm saying? So I automatically back up. You got a woman now? It is what it is, because there's still always, like, I think when you mess with somebody and you still talk to them here and there, it's leaving the door open for that to happen again. I honestly believe that. I do believe that men and women can be platonic and have that, but I also think the longer it goes on, there's always a chance. I don't know. But if you've definitely been there before, you've crossed that line, and you still communicate, and they're single and you're single, and even if not single, you still leaving that door open for, it's a thin line. It's a thin line that I try not to tread. So when they get into relationships, I dip out. I'm like, nah, I don't even want to. Because they will continue to try it, especially when that relationship ain't going well. They'll try hitting you out, man. Trust me. Yeah, back in 06, we know what you did. Let me see, 06. Where was I at in 2006? 06. Let's see. 06. I was in Cali in 06. I was wild back then. Is when I moved back home. Well, I'm from Southern California, but I was in Northern Cali at the time. Do you know me? JJB out. Hey, what you know about 06? Tell me. What's good? Struggling and striving. That's exactly when my lady friends move on. I do not call them. Yep. They call me if they need anything. Yeah. I think that's the best way to be. Keep it moving. Because you're leaving that door open for somebody to crawl back. But they always do. They always, even when they move on, they like to keep that door open just in case. He start acting a fool like, let me reach out. Oh, you were wild before? Absolutely. Definitely had a wild side. A lot of stuff I regret. But it is what it is. Like I said before, it shaped me to be the person I am because I learned something from it, Hot dog buns. What's a hot dog bun? What you talking about? But yeah. All right, y'all. I've been on here 68 minutes. I'm sorry. The Messenger and Donovan just came on. You guys, make sure you guys tap into their channels. Good content. Yeah, we do all have a past, right? We all done some things. But the goal is to be better, right? Especially if we have children, we want to set a positive example for them. That's what I'm trying to do. No more meeting people, having them stay in my house. Like, I'm not doing none of that no more. Yeah, I'm leaving now because I've been on here for 69 minutes. I didn't plan on being on here that long. I just came to chop it up real quick. We talked about the election real fast and just wanted to remind people that early voting is done in a lot of states. So you guys got to get out early November 5th. Make sure you have your IDs and make sure if you make a mistake on your ballot, give it back and get a new one. It's okay if you make a mistake, get a new ballot. We talked about Big Meech out here being popular. That man is already a superstar and he brought toxicity to the community, but we done piped him up to be this big thing. What else did we talk about? We talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about lust, controlling lust, ways to combat that. Prayer always works. Exercise, do something productive, anything to distract yourself from it. And next thing you know, you're not even thinking about it. A couple days then went by and you're like, oh shoot, I wanted to rub one out, but I didn't, you know? So we talked about all kind of stuff. But I'm glad you guys are here. If you wear those glasses, you would definitely look cooler, Auntie. Really, I know, I like them. But I can't, listen, so I'm far-sighted, right? So when I have these on, I just use them for shades. And so I can't really read that because it blur, you know, so I got to actually take them off and look because I'm far-sighted. I mean, I'm nearsighted. Wait, hold on. What does it mean when you can't see far? That means you're nearsighted, right? I'm nearsighted, yeah. So I can see what's close, but I can't see what's far. I wish I had been a better woman back in the day. I was, okay, lady, is it in your book, girl? I'm about to start reading your book soon. Is it in the book, honey? It's definitely in my memoir. Some of the stuff that I did when I was in the service before I came in, and even after, I have to put it in there. You know, so that people. I'm a walking PSA, public service announcement right here. I'm a walking public service announcement. We all did some stuff, man. I did some dumb stuff. It's really a blessing and a miracle that I'm not in jail, or that I never, you know, caught anything that would kill me, or that I was in a position where I had to have, you know, any ABs or anything like that. God really protected me and looked out for me. He really did. I am so blessed, you know. But that doesn't mean that I didn't suffer from any of those things. Oh, there were many consequences that came along with me being stupid. For sure, for sure. Everyone remember to vote for Trump. All right, Blake. Andre CRP says, yeah. Okay, it's in the book. I don't know if it is it in the book that I brought. I know you have like 5 out, so hopefully I'll get to see some stuff in there. Cool and Mike. Yeah, Diana know. She know. Yeah. But at this point, all we can do is the best that we can now and teach the younger women what we learned from doing all of those things, being wild back in the day. A lot of regrets. But anyways, y'all, I love you. Thank you for being here. God bless everybody. Do what you got to do. You know, the election is upon us. Last day to vote. Results will be in tomorrow night. Do what you got to do. Hey, Play-Doh. Thanks, Naman. Do what you got to do. I don't know if it's going to get wild, if it's going to get crazy, but keep your ass inside. Keep your ass inside tomorrow night. And just be safe. That's all I can say. But anyways, y'all take care. God bless you. Bye.